This reaction is brought to you by my lovely $5 or more patrons at patreon.com/AlexHeitz. I'd like to thank Manchester Pictures, Identitech, Steve Aldersley, Anthony Coleman, Kurt David, Joe Brown, Mason Frost, Matthew McLaughlin, SPP, Andres Glaisel, and Biff C for sponsoring this video. I appreciate it highly. Thank you for supporting me, my family, the channel, and all of this nonsense. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Being a little bit crazy today. We got some crazy music in the docket in the hot seat, so I am drinking LaCroix. I know, it's pretty wild. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this reaction of music that I might be afraid of. Yes, so this was a poll album. This was poll number 13. The second that was completely community driven. And I want to know, you guys who are patrons and whatnot, how would you feel about me kind of alternating how the polls work? So every other poll, it's community driven, and then just 4 albums that I pick. Let me know if that works well for you. Because right now we have the Discord people choosing the 4 albums, and then the patrons vote, which seems kind of unfair given that the patrons are actually like fiscally supporting me and the channel. So I kind of want to try to figure out a way to balance it. So if that sounds good to you guys, maybe the next poll I'll pick, and then poll after that we'll go back to the Discord, or maybe people on my Patreon, I can make like a Discord channel just for you guys to pick albums. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But if you have any ideas, let me know. Anyway, today, Fear of Music, Talking Heads. Oh boy. Big boy, oh boy. So, this album, 1979, right before Remain in Light. New wave, psychedelic funk, 40 minutes. Just like Remain in Light has a 10 out of 10 on Pitchfork, pretty much like not quite as widespread acclaim, slightly lower than Remain in Light, but it's seen as like another one of their best records. And this won the poll, which I have here. Yeah, so it won at 38%. It was up against Double Nickels on the Dime, All Things Must Pass, and Bitches Brew Again. And the breakdown here is Double Nickels and All Things got 4 votes, Bitches Brew got 2, and Fear of Music got 6. Which isn't surprising given that a lot of my patrons, a lot of you guys are probably 80s fans. You know, you like Joy Division, The Cure, New Order, Depeche Mode, and probably, of course, Talking Heads. So it's no surprise that this one won. Yeah, I'm, again, kind of selfishly excited because it was the only album that was like normal length. Everything else was like really long. Not that I was interested in all the albums, but again, selfishly, it's like, thank you for picking something short. So yeah, we have 11 tracks here. Recently re-listened to Remain in Light, which if you guys didn't know, I did a reaction to that. So I'll probably put that in like a pinned comment or something, and go watch that if you would like to first. Recently re-listened to that again. I really dig the second half. The first 3 tracks on the first half, they're okay. I enjoy them to a degree, but they're not music. They're not the type of music I would come back to often. But re-listening to that last half, once in a lifetime, is that what it's called? Once upon a lifetime? Once in a lifetime? Up through the Overload, it's just like, I dig all those tracks. I really like the variety and in the tone and the atmosphere and the style and the composition. I find them very engaging. And if I'm not mistaken, the Overload was like allegedly them trying to do a Joy Division song without them having heard Joy Division before, which is kind of remarkable because it sounds just like I Remember Nothing. So if they hadn't heard Joy Division before, they nailed it pretty good. But yeah, that second half of Remain in Light, just good. And I'm told that this album is a little bit more like the second half, but not quite as experimental, and you know, less world beat kind of stuff. So I'm interested to see what this one is like. So I think we're just going to get started. Zimbra. Uh-oh, there we go. Nice little riff. Legit. I dig it. That obviously has a little bit of a world influence, but I think that's the only one on this album that kind of is like that, because it says here in an interview, Jerry Harrison named I Zimbra as his favorite Talking Head song and pointed out that the style of the group's next album, Remain in Light, was indebted to the song's innovations. Interesting. Interesting. I dig it. I dig it. Yeah, I like the riff. I like the groove. Not quite, a little more like restrained and kind of, kind of, I don't know, post-punky, I guess, because this is 79. A little more restrained than the first half of Remain in Light, so I dig that. Cool. Well, I'm on board so far. Mind. I like the instrumentation on this one. I'm digging this. It's like Remain in Light, but less world and quirky and a little more like new wave. Seems a little more like Remain in Light had a lot of like bass grooves, a lot of bouncing bass. This is a little more guitar centric, and the riffs are pretty cool. I'm liking it. Paper. Nice little connective track. I see. I've started calling good filler tracks connective tracks because it's not really filler. It's not like it's just filling a spot. It's like it's a connective track. It's short. It did its job. It's fine. Didn't like it as much as the first two, but that's kind of how connective tracks are, right? They just kind of fill out the album. I mean, even some of my like favorite albums of all time have connective tracks that I don't necessarily like go to listen to on their own. I listen to them in the album context. Cities. I dig the post-punk vibe. And like I said, I like the like instrumentation and production so far on this album. Didn't realize Brian Eno. Wow, did he produce? He did produce. Brian Eno. Hey, my boy. Yeah, I'm digging the like I said, I liked the like variety and tones and atmospheres in the back half of Remain in Light. But this album might be like a bit more of a consistent, cohesive thing for me. Like I said, leans more in that new wave direction, and I dig that. And I think the quirkiness really shines in that way. Not to say it doesn't shine and Remain in Light. It's just like personally, I probably prefer something a little bit in this vein. Life During Wartime. I think this is one of their bigger songs, a bigger single. Getting kind of like a David Bowie vibe from this. Um, Not bad, not bad. I don't know if it's a favorite so far. I may have liked the first two tracks more, honestly. This one just the lyrics were funny, but the it didn't seem as bold as some of the other tracks. And I know singles are typically like that. They're a little more like subdued, or like they're the tracks that are more subdued, and they're picked for singles because they're like, you know, have that mainstream appeal. Um, but yeah, wasn't bad. Wasn't bad. Memories can't wait. This might be controversial, but I like that one more than Life During Wartime. Is that terrible to say? That was like, for like the first part, that was like Joy Division and Slint had a baby. That was like a more like upbeat Joy Division in a way, or like a little more angsty. I don't know how to describe it. And then it kind of shifted towards the end into like a little more of like an uplifting chord progression, even though it was still kind of angsty. I dug that. That was cool. Air. Let's keep going. Great. I also dig it. I like the that like release into the chorus. Kind of reminds me, well, not that they're at all similar, but reminds me of A Wolf at the Door by Radiohead. Because like the verses are like D minor, G minor, stuff like that. But then for the chorus, it flips it to major, so it goes from D major to G major, and it's like this really, like, even though still a very dark song, it's like a breath of fresh air. Um, and this song had a similar tone where, like, in the chorus, it just opens up into this like major, 1 to 4 kind of progression, and very effective. I'm liking the composition and the just the songwriting on this album so far. It's very intentional. All right, we got 4 tracks left. Heaven. This is apparently. Was this a single or is it just a song? Song has been called "The Calm After Their Unusual Ominous Storm." Interesting. Okay, what do we got? Sounds kind of like Range Life. Interesting subdued track. Again, got some notes of Bowie in there, I feel. Um, wow. Cool. All right. Three more to go. Animals. I don't know what happened. I just got locked in. It was very animalistic. Um, yeah, it reminded me, like some of the guitar riffs in there reminded me of some of the stuff off of the first half of Remain in Light. You can kind of see that kind of like those things carrying through onto the next album. Um, I don't know what it is about like the weird chanting lyrics that David Byrne does sometimes that I find equally like amusing and entertaining and just compelling for some reason. I don't know. He's got this charm about him. Two tracks to go. Electric guitar. It was okay. Nothing great. Again, kind of feels like what was it? Paper. Just sort of like a connective track. That and Paper probably my two least favorites so far, but everything else has been pretty solid. Last one, Drugs. It's a cool outro. It's like this really sparse kind of post-punky track again, but it has this kind of psych note to it. That's legit. Legit. I'm not scared of music. I wasn't scared of this music. I'm impenetrable. You cannot stop me. This was a great album. Least favorites, like I said, Paper, and electric guitar. Um, Animals, I was kind of hit and miss on. Heaven was solid, but it didn't like blow my mind or anything like that. Favorites were probably I Zimbra, Mind. Cities was interesting. Life during wartime was interesting. Memories can't wait. Air. Yeah, I Zimbra, Memories Can't Wait, and Air are probably my three favorites, I think. Maybe also Mind. But yeah, this was different enough from Remain in Light. I was worried that it was going to be like, not necessarily super samey, but just kind of like not do anything different. per se in terms of like an album statement or like a tone, but this was definitely more post-punk. Had a little bit of funk to it. It's called new wave psychedelic funk. I would say new wave post-punk, and maybe funk. I don't know. It is kind of psychedelic, but good stuff. Solid stuff. Thank you guys for making me listen to that. I do follow-ups to my reactions a week to 2 weeks or so after I listen to the album. Once all the dust has settled and I've kind of formulated like my final thoughts. It could be the exact same thoughts as my first listen, or it could be better, worse, whatever. So if you want to be around for that, subscribe, put a crack in that Liberty Bell, all that stuff. And that will drop in a week or 2 weeks. So anyway, that is that. What to plug? We got a Led Zeppelin discussion coming up. We're going to record that Saturday the 12th. Saturday the 12th. I think at 10. I'm not sure. It's on the Discord. We'll be recording it on the Discord, and then I'll like post it basically the next week. I'll probably be going back to one reaction a week pretty soon, if not now. Just because I have job search stuff coming up and holidays, and I'm just going to be probably too busy to be doing more than one reaction a week again. But we had a good run. We did Pink Floyd. We finished out Cocteau Twins. We did Led Zeppelin and Stereolab. We got a lot done in just a few months. So yes, next thing we'll be doing is New Order. We're going to finish out New Order. If you head to the link in the description for the albums I will be reacting to, my schedule, we're doing Get Ready, Waiting for the Sirens Call, Lost Sirens, Music Complete, and then we'll finish it out with Electronics, Twisted Tenderness. Then we'll go on to Pavement, Modest Mouse, The Cure, finish out David Bowie, Pixies, Yola Tango, Boards of Canada, The Rolling Stones, and Kraftwerk. That's what I have on the menu right now, or in the list. Patreon.com/Haitz. $1 a month is all you need to vote in these polls that I do. Every little bit helps, so if you guys want to go there to support me and the channel, that would be greatly appreciated. And also the Discord link in the description. That's where we're going to be doing our Led Zeppelin discussion, and we have over 100 members, and we just talk and post memes, and it's a lot of fun. So head there if you would like to check that out as well. I think that's all I have for you guys. Until next time, fare thee well. Godspeed.